Welcome back, everybody. This is JenSandwiches, here to take a bite out of Zombie Exodus, the very first original Zombie Exodus. It's been a while since I posted a video, and that is because I've been extremely busy, basically working animation jobs and my regular job, and then making videos also just made it extremely difficult. It was like working 3 jobs. So that's why I haven't been posting videos. It's very hard to do all of those things at the same time. Other people who have done it probably know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I had some free time today, so I figured I'll record a little bit, and it was requested by someone on YouTube for me to play the original Zombie Exodus, which is still my favorite one. So I'll play, I guess, through the whole thing for you guys. I'm just gonna, start over. I have no idea if I had a saved game already, but just start from the beginning. Oh, he's sexy. Anyway, okay. We are starting over. In near darkness you stand, pressed against the damp side wall of the cabin. Thin rays of sunlight cut through the planks of the wooden wall. The zombie's low, guttural grunts pierce the closed door nearby. Your hands are empty, and as you feel around for a weapon, any kind of weapon, your fingertips glide through a pool of thin liquid. You raise your hand and smell blood. Outside, the zombie emits a shrill howl. You wait for what seems forever. Zombies are patient creatures. Your mind wanders, and you think of months past and how you ever got in this mess. You think back to part 1, because who wants to skip? I like part 1. Does anybody ever skip part 1? Because I never do. I find it interesting. I don't know why. Anyway. You awaken in the apartment bedroom, news blaring on the television and the sound of a helicopter soaring outside. You stayed up way too late and don't remember all of the details, but flashes of moments. Drinking whiskey, chaos in the streets, your sister packing suitcases, and police cars lining up along the major avenues like makeshift border crossings. You glance around the apartment hoping to see Emma. Your eyes adjust to the light, but the Jameson whiskey's hangover is a sharp kick to the back of the head. Your mouth tastes like mud, and the roller coaster ride your bed is taking is out of control. You think of Emma. You are her. I'm going to be her brother because I'm weird and I like to be guys in video games. Yeah. Don't know. You are Emma's older and very protective brother. You are staying with Emma in her high-rise apartment. A responsible woman, she works as a nurse at a nearby children's hospital and recently left a long-term relationship, her choice. On the other hand, she is also quite a free spirit and often takes to random acts of dancing in inappropriate places, dragging you to karaoke night at the Broken Horn Tavern down the street, and hosting a few too many parties lately that end in a multitude of empty liquor bottles and evidence of other mood-altering substances. You grew up together, never apart since your parents both died when you were young, and the aunt who took custody was never a parental figure. You raised Emma, and she is your family. Let's get on to your profession. You had work today, but who works when the apocalypse is starting? What job are you getting out of? Okay, so my past playthroughs of this, I have been a military person. I have been a scientist. Not successfully, but I've tried. I have not done whatever ordering people on the job site is. Is that like a construction worker? I don't know. I have tried to be a priest one time, I think, and I don't think I've ever been whatever type of athlete is for the last one. I don't think I've tried that one yet. I want to do one that has like a different ending. I know, I've tried the science one, but I didn't get all of the stuff I needed, I guess, to have a successful experiment. Kind of want to try that one again. I'll try that one again. No! There we go. Okay. You have been working for years in the field of gene therapy and have received numerous grants for your work. In addition, you manage a sizable high-tech laboratory for a biotech company. Most of your work involves changing around all the hard work of evolution, modifying genes to cure such things as eye color choice and wrong baby gender for overly rich parents. You are intelligent, have impeccable analytical skills, and can drink 2 pots of coffee without your heart rate going 1 deviation higher. That's a great skill right there. Although in real life I don't drink coffee, but whatever. You fall asleep again and dream of the past few months. In your time off, you had several activities keeping you occupied. What do you dream of? Alright, here's the important part. What do I do on my time off? Probably exercising at the gym would be great, and probably going to the gun range would also be great. Because if I remember things about this one... or should I focus on more sciencey things and less on, like, survival things? I guess if I want my best shot at successfully curing the zombie virus, I need to focus on more sciencey things. So, I don't see any of that here, though. Let me look really quick at my stats. I have a very high intelligence and high will. Everything else seems to be average. Okay. Well then, fuck it, let's exercise at the gym. I'll be a beefy scientist. You spent free time toning and sculpting your body. You used a balance of free weights, cardio machines, and mixed martial arts classes to build up an impressive physique. I am a beefy scientist. I'm gonna draw that for the thumbnail. That will be the thumbnail. Beefy scientist, man. Your dreams shift until you recall other things that had your attention in the past few months. Yay, I get to pick another one. What does playing video games one do for you? That's what I want to know. Does it help with, like... what does it help with? Dexterity? Maybe? I don't know. Ooh, my strength is good now. I am big and beefy. I love it. I have no idea. But I really think being able to shoot a gun is going to help me because I've died a lot in this one in the past. So... guns have always been your passion, and you carry your NRA card with pride. You practiced at a gun range with a variety of weapons from automatic pistols to semi-automatic rifles. As you progressed, you gained the attention of Atticus, the owner, whom you accompanied to a scheduled range to fire heavier machine guns. Sweet. You awaken in the apartment. You must have dozed off at the computer. A bottle of aspirin lies on its side with the contents spilled. You happen to see a note on the desk with your name on it. The letter is addressed to... what should our name be? Okay. I have a great name. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? I hope it fits. Beautiful. My name is Ramalamadingdong. Okay? Okay. Ramalamadingdong. What should I let? Anderson. Or it could be Rodriguez, so it would, like, have a nice flow. Ramalamadingdong Rodriguez. Nah, I don't like that. That's too long. Yeah, we'll just do, like, Anderson. Sure. Sure, why not? The note reads, Ramalamadingdong, sorry for not being here when you woke up. I am heading out to get some things before we leave. You were sick, so I didn't wake you, but the city is getting worse, and we need to get out. Be ready when I'm back. Emma. What is wrong with our parents? They named me Ramalamadingdong, and they just named her Emma. What is wrong with them? God. Anyway, you awaken to a heavy, nauseous feeling in your gut. The clock reads 8:03 p.m. Emma has not been home in hours. You plop down on the living room couch and flip on the television where a middle-aged anchorman reports. The CDC via the White House has just announced over 20% of the world is infected with virus Zeta. Reports are coming in from around the globe of a massive spread of this terrible infection that attacks the brain and nervous system, quickly disabling the victim and in effect reanimating the body of the afflicted. Moments ago, we heard from Dr. Anthony Willis, who has treated the infected and stated they show deterioration of the bone and muscles, a yellowing of the skin, lack of fine motor abilities described as a drunken walk, and inability to speak. Dr. Willis goes on to explain the virus affects primitive areas of the brain and acts as a parasite which rewires the nervous system of the host to take over functions of the body. Infected become aggressive, attempting to bite or otherwise injure others and pass on the virus. This just in, Governor Tate has declared a state of emergency, and the National Guard have come in to keep peace in the streets and enforce a mandatory curfew of 9 p.m. You peer outside the apartment, and from 7 stories up notice crowds of people formed outside. Sirens blare as police vans and cruisers skirt up and down the streets, and news helicopters swarm overhead. You remember now, the infection. It was only a few days ago you first heard of the outbreak. Emma mentioned reports at the hospital were of a fatal, highly contagious virus spreading like a forest fire if the forest was doused with gasoline. God. The lights flicker, and the television set dims and cuts off. Light streams in through the apartment windows, casting a golden glow through the air which fades in the recesses of the room. You hear movement in the hallway outside of the apartment and rush to the door. All is silent. You wait and listen, pressing your ear to the hardwood surface. Silence. You move back to the television and flip the power on and off. Nothing. The dim ambient light from outside coats the room. Time creeps by as you consider your next move. A sharp scratching noise seeps through the ceiling, once, then twice, metal scraping cement. You spin in a full circle. The sound comes from the floor above. The scratching builds into harsh screeches, like a fork digging deeper and deeper into a styrofoam plate. The sound intensifies for several minutes and then ceases. The television pops back on. Pictures of infected running through cities across the globe cover the screen. Police and military attempt to subdue the creatures, now called zombies by the media. An announcer describes the macabre truth that infections are spreading rapidly and cautions viewers to stay indoors at all costs. From overhead, you hear a loud thump and a crash of broken glass. An explosion of footsteps rings from the hallway, and several screams cut the air. You think of Emma out in the city. If zombies are running rampant through the streets, uncontrolled by the police, what chance does she have? You need to reach her. There is no landline, and your cell phone is missing. She could be on her way back, but you have no way of reaching her from the apartment. Then again, there's nothing keeping you here. You change into jeans and a t-shirt and grab a quick sandwich and a glass of water. After eating, you realize a few items may come in handy should you need to leave or your situation in the relative comfort of the apartment changes. You decide it's best to take. Okay. Oh yes, my files of research notes, definitely. Need that. I want to be a successful Beefy scientist. You take several files of data you have been collecting on exotic viruses. Could there be something useful to help stop this outbreak? One more item is all you can take. The next thing you choose is... I've taken my wallet before, and it gives you money, but I haven't really found use for money. I've honestly found a better use for trading items with people you find later on. So I know for a fact you can get through this first part without a gun because I've done it before. So I'm thinking, I don't need a book. Well, I mean, if it was me personally, I'd take a book, but whatever. Honestly, I think a flashlight would be most useful because I'll get a gun later. I know that. I'll be good later on. It's dark outside and the power is messing up the lighting inside. You hate the dark. You grab a high-powered flashlight and several packs of batteries. Now it's time to make a decision. Emma is a smart and capable young woman, but it's your job to watch over her. You can head out and look for a phone, or just leave the building and find her in the city below. On the other hand, it may be best to learn more about the virus, and you could watch the news or search the internet while the power is on. In the past, I have searched other people's apartments. I don't know what would be best for this particular profession. I think learning more about the outbreak might actually help more in this situation. You check the locks on the door and put a heavy chair under the doorknob. You hear no more movement in the hallway and return to your living room to learn of any updates on the news. The anchorman looks shaken as he peers into the camera and reports on developments along with a live helicopter feed only a few blocks from your apartment building. We have reports from all over the city of infected creatures zombies, not sure what to call them, attacking and biting people. The video we are showing is disturbing, and we only show this to represent the gravity of the situation. The anchorman clears his throat and goes silent as images of violent attacks stream over the television in some sick, silent horror film. An infected woman crosses the screen, her skin yellow with dark green lesions, hair filthy and matted, mouth open with reddish strings of saliva drooling out, and limbs twisting and writhing as if in some perpetual seizure. Across the street, an older man is locking the gate of his furniture shop. The zombie sprints forward, arms flailing, legs stiff. The owner turns and spots the creature. In the silence of the footage, you cannot hear his scream as she leaps onto his chest. Her momentum drops him to the ground. The camera zooms in as the zombie burrows her teeth into the shop owner's face. Blood squirts and streams up and over her. The lights in your apartment flicker and go out along with the television. The hum of the building's electrical power fades, leaving the apartment in complete silence, except for a scratching noise coming from down the hall. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh. You realize you must reach Emma somehow, either call her by phone or find her outside in the city. It is best to head downstairs and deal with the chaos. You head into the hallway. Someone will let you use their phone to call Emma. There have to be others still in the building, behind locked doors. Finding your sister is your only priority. The lights flicker and cast an eerie glow all around. Power fluctuates off and on. It's silent again. Way too silent. You head to apartment. Well, I guess I'm not very neighborly. Let's go to the one that we know. You knock at the door but notice it is ajar. No light escapes the small opening. Static from a television or radio permeates the air. This is Arthur Connor's apartment, an antiques dealer who usually keeps his shop open late in the evening. Your sister mentioned him a few times, mostly to tell you to avoid him at all costs. Arthur is quite old, probably late 70s, and on the one occasion you did meet him, about as friendly as a starving hyena. He won't take too kindly to your being in his apartment without permission. Yeah, we're gonna enter anyway. You ease the door open and step inside. Helicopters outside thrust light through the blinds, creating a striped pattern across the wall of the apartment. You stand in the living room atop an oriental rug stretched across a hardwood floor. Victorian-style couches and a love seat are arranged in the center of the room, with a Victrola on a pedestal next to them. You glance at the old music player, with its large funnel-shaped horn and hand crank that spins the record, considering how it was made in such a simpler, less zombie-filled time. Impressionist art hangs from the walls, and statues of Aphrodite and Apollo stand guard on either side of the apartment's lone exit. You check the bedroom and find a well-kept room in perfect order. A closet full of old clothes pressed and hanging or folded in neat piles. A large steamer trunk with photos turned gray and brown from aging, a scrapbook, and a box with a top hat. A large oak dresser stretches across the northern wall. You hit pay dirt as the bottom drawer has a Smith & Wesson Model 10 in a case with a box of .38 caliber ammunition. You take the gun and ammo and return to the living room. Told you. I fucking told you I'd find a gun. Ah, crap, I'm out of time. Well, yeah, I'm out of time. Alright, you guys. Well, I will end it here while we're exploring Mr. Arthur Connor's apartment. So, yeah, I'm excited to start making more videos. I'm going to try really hard to make more time once a week to record, but we will see. I will finish this, though, because I like Zombie Exodus, and reading it is fun for me, and I think you guys on YouTube seem to enjoy it, too. At least you seem to enjoy part 2 a lot, so yeah, I like the original one even more. So, yeah. Anyway, and this will keep us busy while we all wait for part 2 of part 2, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, guys, thank you all once again for sticking with me, and I will see you all later. Bye!